Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
All right, back out here again on these highways and hedges, giving another opportunity to give diligence to make our call and election sure. It's your brother Kalab, also go by Hope, Grace, and Mercy.
It's your brother Lob, also go by Heart of David.
All right, we meeting up again through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai in Louisville, Texas. But before we go any further, we're going to face the east, give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wakakwadash.
Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, rule well, teaching his truth in his entirety. Also a hearty shalom to the elders that has been pushing this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding throughout the four corners of the earth in true faith and sincerity. And like we always do, we're going to get started with the list.
I have a short poem to read. I can read it.
You say what? You got a short
poem.
A short poem?
Yeah, I write. A short poem that I write. I can read it quick.
Go ahead, what you got?
Alright, bro. It's really like this here. You know, people say when they die, they might go to heaven or hell, or they don't know where they're going to go. Or people might say we live in hell now and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think it's within, and I don't think that good and bad is outside of us. But man create things in his environment that that's out of his own mind, you know, out of his own thinking. So I say this.
Death and life is in the power of the tongue.
Yeah, so I say this. I say the concept of Satan, right? The idea of the devil is a human construct. It have nothing to do outside a human being, you know, because it's only humans that have that thinking, which in a human will say another man is a devil or somebody's being a devil. But you can't see a spirit. So people will say, if a man's foot get broke, they might say, oh, thank God his foot. But why they say, you know, call the doctor. So they say, thank God. So they tell him, God broke his foot. You know what I'm saying? Likewise, meaning no other creature that God think about the devil. No animal, no bird, no other creature. All the think about the devil. But human beings. You know what I say? So I said likewise God did, you know, God tell us about the devil too. You know? So what we have now is that man is fighting with within themselves, good and evil. You get what I say? If God tell you the same thing, that means he done felt, see it or, something. You had to experience something. And, in the name of Jesus, they put us in slavery.
Yeah, we definitely don't believe in no damn Jesus Christ.
You check? And black people want to die in the name of Jesus. And at the end of this poem, they say, I'm scared.
Hey, stop provoking.
Great danger. We great danger, bro. All around. And it's like, no matter you try to run from it, no, you not run, but avoid it, or try not take part in it. It's still there within us. You know what I mean? Like I say, if a storm hit right now and mash up Louisville, people gonna say, oh, it might be because the crime. Why it can't be because the gas is man pulling in the air, that poison in the air. Yeah. And poison don't have to be just gas.
Yeah.
It could be how people living, my boy. Cause look, before the earth, right? It had to be heat, air, all of that stuff that exists before us. Like the air, electricity, all of them stuff. So I don't always ask myself, like who really is the Almighty? If these things over every heat, if a storm could mash the earth up right now, you get what I say? Not the whole earth, but a whole damn country. Let's say that. Who is really the Almighty, bro? Is it a man or nature? So we gotta ask ourselves, and nature, the great nature is part of like natural things, is spirituality, right? Who is the most spiritual people in the world?
That's the man. You say you wrote that?
Yeah.
I appreciate you for sharing it.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Anytime. And that's just from the stuff that the knowledge I learned, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's just the knowledge that I learned from other people. Like if I speak to you, let you teach me something that I could see myself in. Because you gotta see yourself in things. You know what I mean? I can't see myself in Christianity because white people bring that to me. So I can't see myself in it. You know what I'm saying? So, but the original Bible in Ethiopia. You know what I'm saying? Get the original. I just find out King James.
Say, bro,
King James wrote a book on demonology.
You said that once before. I remember now. That, the cat with the dreads you be with sometimes. Y'all, you came up with one time.
King James wrote a book on demonology and then wrote a biblical book. So.
Well, we're doing a live right now.
Yeah, that's too much. That's a lot.
man, it say rotate the phone be doing that. So if I want to see, I'm gonna have to click the video. Right? Yeah, we're just gonna start off with articles right now. Anything you need happiness going on? I guess for starters, we talk about how Trump laying off all the federal workers. I think Department of Education, the Department of Justice, dealing like with the FBI, the CIA,
IRS.
Yup, the IRS.
Y'all don't just, I got a question. Y'all don't just talk about that alone. Y'all talk about other stuff too.
Well, the Bible talk about other stuff.
Christians, events,
all that stuff in the Bible.
Y'all need to talk about
Christians don't use the Bible correctly, so we talk about real world things using the scriptures because it's all in the scriptures.
If you go to the store and it says sugar, anything that have sugar, GMO, can't read the ingredients, y'all need to put that shit all that shit, talk about the food, all that shit, man.
But so here go another one.
There, man.
Hey, Trump to fire thousands of compromised CDC agents,
Yep.
Center for Disease Control. Let me see. Here go another one.
We got another plane crash happening.
Oh yeah, the plane crash has been happening consistently, seem like at least every couple days.
Yep.
What you think been causing that?
There's levels to it. On a basic level, all stuff happened by the cause of men. On a higher level than that, it would be the spirits in men that, cause stuff to happen. The angels work on everybody's minds. We got another one. A trans illegal arrest. Man, I ain't gonna even get into that. Florida moves to outlaw chemtrails as Bill SB 56 clears first legislation hurdle. We know that's a bunch of BS. Zelensky says Trump doesn't have plans to end war in Ukraine, and Russia plans to attack NATO bases.
Yep.
So Zelensky said Trump don't want to end war.
No, they don't want to end that war. They want to continue to bomb them people. You know what I'm saying? They want that land.
Look at that. Look at that one. Look at that.
This is the one.
Religion divide Roman, right? Which in these people start fighting against each other. They've been killing each other from now. Russia and America been trying to kill each other. White against white. And it's like, this war thing, like this whole war thing against race and race, right?
The Bible says that the king's mind is in the hands of the Lord. So the Lord doing all this. All that fighting and killing, the Lord stirring that up. You know what I'm saying? They thought so. The Lord control everything. If he can control the wind and the natural, the mother nature, so-called, he control the mind. It says that the king's mind is in the hands of the Lord. So them firing off them missiles and bombing thousands of people, the Lord allowing it to happen.
What they do, they actually say they're giving them food and they're giving them things too at the same time. And then dropping bombs in.
Telling them that's the safe zone. Go over there as soon as they get there. Boom.
And then when they mash up, they come and help them like there's God. They're trying to be God. That's how I see these people trying to be.
Yeah, that's what the scriptures say. So here go another one. I think it says Brits. I think that's saying, for Britain, it says Brits told to wear masks again as quademic of foreign illnesses surge. And I heard about this a couple months ago from the guy Paul. They said a quademic, like 4 different pandemics at once.
In America?
I think that's over there in Britain. But they say America needs to prepare for a quademic, so for 4 pandemics at once.
That's because they pushing this damn sickness.
And then we got how they want to lay off CDC agents.
Yeah.
That's right on time. A Rothschild's accused of taking multiple women. And RAPE.
Yeah, you can't say that word.
Yeah.
So when we prefer to refer to the devil, we talk about actual white people. They are the devil. That's how I believe something, But at the same time, you came up talking, and we always did tell you to read a poem and everything, right? We gave you the floor.
Yeah, but we got to get through the lesson.
We get through a lesson. We ain't out here to soothe nobody. You know what I'm saying? We ain't out here to win no debates or none of that.
If you calling them devils, that's what you do.
Hey, I tell you what. You'll
find out, bro.
You'll find out. You get to hold on. You get to a platform and you stand on business for what you
energy,
believe.
brethren.
But we gonna rule on. We gonna move on.
Energy, brethren. If you keep a certain energy,
well,
like
I tell you
one
what.
objective.
You keep your energy
and not bring down the race.
So
we up. We got always look like
listen, we doing,
better
bro.
than them. I tell you, cause if we bring them down, I'm gonna make us look like we're stupid at
Well,
them.
then you be like them then.
Oh,
You stand over there with them. However they stand is how you stand. You
I
don't
don't
stand how I
stand like
stand.
that with them.
You don't stand with us either.
These
So,
crackers to me.
yeah, we call
If
him
they
the devil.
disrespect me, I call him a cracker.
We call him the devil. That's worse than
I call him a
cracker.
devil. I call him all of that.
Okay.
If they
You
disrespect
stick on, bro.
So yeah, this is the next article. The UK government refused to give parents right to know what is being taught in their kids' school. You know, they teaching a lot of these kids LGBTQT activity. So you wonder where your children pick the stuff up at. They picking it up at school because really it's the government. It's the government that's raising the children.
if a girl in school thinks she's a boy, the teacher making them think there's a boy too.
Yeah, they tell them it's all right.
My God, man. I understand what you're saying, bro. You stand for what you stand on, but we ain't going to fucking be against each other. That's what we ain't
we're
going
not
to
against each other. You believe it or not, you my brother. All right.
So yeah, I guess any more happenings going on that you know of?
You know,
It's been more recalls on food and stuff. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read a couple of them. My mom has sent me.
it's just my internet messing up. That's why I can't get all this article.
Oh, it's all good. So here go a couple recalls. It says a waffle recall update as FDA sets highest risk level. So the waffles on recall.
Saw that.
Hey, we guess them devils like waffles.
Yep.
Even my mama had already talked about it. We had heard from the guy Paul. Everything that they're recalling, they taking it off the shelves, putting it in them underground bunkers.
Yep.
So we know the devils like waffles.
Yeah, they getting all that stuff, storing it and freezing it down there.
And white folks know they can't make no waffles.
All right.
Waffle meant to be crispy. Waffles be softer than a pancake.
Yep.
Let me
Softer
see.
than the damn egg.
Yeah, for real. It says pearl milling pancake mix on recall. Quaker oats on recall.
That's it. That's the one I was gonna bring her up.
Okay.
I saw that too. Quaker oatmeal.
Quaker oats and the pancake mix, man.
Oh man.
They prepared. They want to get some breakfast ready. Somebody was waving. Popular breakfast brands recall has been updated to the FDA's highest level. So now all the breakfast items get recalled all of a sudden, and that ain't by coincidence.
Right. Yeah, that ain't by coincidence. That's what I be thinking. Like they just want to take a percentage from every state and store it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's what they doing. And then they still got the ICE braids and deportations going on. Of course.
Another thing I meant to send to you. So the egg shortage, that's only going on in Babylon. I saw that brother Waramya had posted a video showed all these different countries they showing their eggs. They was like, no, you can get 20 eggs for $3.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That egg shortage, they only creating that. That's the new boogeyman.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? And then they showed another video how should Sam and Costco put a limit on how many eggs people can get? Because they had Edomites cartons of eggs.
I saw that up here. Mountains up. What they gonna do with all that?
You know, would an egg even last that damn long? How would you get all them eggs?
Man, how you gonna put them in the car, in the truck? They gonna break. And I seen too. Now people can buy eggs individually because they cost too much.
Yeah.
Like people can buy a sandwich bag, like 3 or 4 eggs in it.
Yeah.
So now they selling eggs like that.
That's a boogeyman.
Yeah.
That's the new boogeyman.
And it probably ain't nothing wrong with the eggs.
Hell no.
They taking them down there too.
Yeah. That's a part of the plan.
You see, that's how Esau do. He tell you it's a shortage on something, and that's how y'all deal with the toilet paper.
Right.
So if Esau said it's a shortage on what's something stupid? Say it's a shortage on dish soap.
Yeah.
Niggas gonna go stocking up on dish soap like crazy. Not knowing you can just use like a little bit of bleach and water, hydrogen peroxide, water and vinegar, a little bit of baking soda. That's Esau, man.
Creating that new boogeyman.
He got the minds of the people in the palm of his hand. shortage on vegetable oil. People gonna go crazy on that. Oh, there's no more vegetable oil. Let's go get 100 gallons of it. All right, so hey, we apologize for the interruptions and distraction. I don't know. I don't know.
We thought the brother was coming in a different manner, but eventually, had to shut it down. So apologize for the delay.
And he gonna find out Esau the devil when Esau. And he ain't gonna be knocking. He gonna be kicking that door down.
Yeah, he lived over at the Butcher Sweet.
I remember him before.
Remember him
talking that shit before, talking about
Egyptology and all that kind of stuff.
But yeah, man, we gonna get on with the lesson. I think the brother titled it One Day Closer. I think I titled it Let None of You Be in Other Men's Affairs. Roughly paraphrasing, coming out the book of Peter. But yeah, we gonna start there. Yep.
All right, this is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 4, starting at 4 and verse 14. And it reads, If ye be reproached for the names of Yahushua Mashiach, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of Yahweh thy power rested upon you. On their part, he is evil spoken of, but on your part, he is glorified.
All right, so if we suffer for the sake of the gospel, hey, happy we should be.
Right.
This message that we carry, they gonna speak evil of that. That's why they say this hate, this is a cult, this racist. Hey, but on our part, hey, this is glorified.
Yeah, because we want to suffer now, so we don't have to suffer in the times of Jacob's trouble, in the hour of temptation.
Yup, suffer now or suffer later.
Yep.
And yeah, and we really ahead of the curve. Because we glorify this now, everybody else gonna have to glorify it. And we glorifying it on our own accord. We really know it's the Lord that's moving us, but see, everybody that's continuing their rebellion and don't glorify this, and the Lord gonna take his respect. What I'm trying to say, the Lord gonna take his respect from everybody. He got our respect now already. Lord wouldn't have stayed that way, with us, but the Lord coming to take his respect.
Like the brother who came up.
Wanted
to read a poem.
That's the spirit. He was speaking evil with this.
Yeah, speaking evil.
Why would you call the white man a devil?
Yeah.
Well, that's how the Lord made him, and the Lord said so.
Somebody, when we call them that just make us just like them.
Right.
So hey, you had an opportunity to listen to the words of Yahweh. You had a poem, and you wanted to speak out your own, speak out the side of your neck. You might not know it, but you're gonna feel it later on.
Yep. For the sake of the gospel, not. Because you can suffer for the sake of the gospel, or you can suffer for your wickedness that you do in the world. Yeah. See, the only difference when you suffer for the sake of the gospel, it's a crown of life at the end of that.
Yeah.
But when you suffer, as we about to read, in the different forms of wickedness, the end of that is death. So let's I think I can get 14 again, going into 15.
1 Peter chapter 4 verse 14. If ye be reproached for the name of Yahushua Mashiach, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of Yahweh thy power rested upon you. On their part, he is evil spoken of, but on your part, he is glorified. 15. But let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or as a evildoer.
Real quick, it says suffer for the sake. Don't let none of you suffer as a murderer, an evildoer, a thief. But it's gonna add something else to that, which a lot of our people are guilty of, even after coming into the truth.
Right.
Can you read it from the top again?
But let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or as an evildoer, or as a busybody in other men's matters.
See, don't suffer as a murderer, a thief, an evildoer. You know,
Busybody.
obvious forms of evil. It's obvious that drug dealing and stealing and adultery, murder, and certain, that's obvious that that's evil. People gonna have to suffer for that. It said also don't suffer as a busybody in other men's in other men's matters. In LT it reads, or prying into other people's affairs. And we gonna get a few examples that our people are still doing today, and we gonna get some scriptures to talk about it, because that's what a lot of Israel doing today. They in other men's matters, in other people's affairs, and they gonna suffer or be punished because of that. And you know, a lot of brothers use this truth when they rebuke one another. You know, being in other men's affairs or matters on a more personal level, but we talking, you know, kind of big picture. You know, things that our people, that a majority of our people still get involved in. We're not talking about, you know, the personal matter, which you shouldn't be doing that neither. But you still got the precept?
Yeah, I got it.
I'll ask you to read it one more time when I put up this word.
All right. This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 15. But let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or as an evildoer, or as a busybody in other men's matters.
So again, hey, a lot of our people, they gave up the murdering, the drug dealing, the thieving, the stealing, the adultery, you know, the physical acts of doing evil. But they still slip up here, being in other men's affairs. But when the scriptures say, as a busybody in other men's affairs, in English, that's a lot of words, but in the Greek, it's one word, and it's a pretty big word. But we're going to go to that Greek word. It says, one who takes the supervision of affairs pertaining to others, and in no wise to himself, a meddler in other men's affairs. That's straightforward. And a lot of our people do that. And they more so do that when it comes to the things of the world. So when you participate in voting, in politics, you protesting, because we just saw Sakari doing that. That ain't got nothing to do with us as Israelites.
Right.
They want to protest, let them do that. Voting, that got nothing to do with us as Israelites. If you want to vote, debate about politics, get into that, hey, let them do that. They ain't got nothing to do with us.
Council meetings.
Yeah, council meetings. What else people get involved in?
The neighborhood community activists and all that BS.
Church,
man.
yeah.
Church.
They ain't got nothing to do with us. You know, when you turn back to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. But let's grab that next one.
All right. All right. Next precept is coming from the book of Philippians chapter 3 and verse 7. Starting at verse 7. But what things were gained to me, those I counted loss for Yahweh Shai Mashiach.
All right, so it say, you know, what things were gained to me, meaning things that was valuable to us once upon a time. It says, those I counted loss for Yahweh Shai Mashiach. So the things that mattered to us before, that was valuable to us before, upon coming to this truth, you should count that all as a loss.
Right.
And I'm gonna get this word loss in the Blue Letter Bible. We're gonna look at it in the Greek. It says loss, but I'm gonna actually look up that word loss. A similar word would be dropping or forgetting. So like when you drop something or just be like forget about it. So can you read the precept again?
Philippians chapter 3 and verse 7. But what things were gained to me, those I counted loss for Yahweh Shai Mashiach.
All right, so things that used to matter, that used to be valuable.
Yeah.
So that can goes into riches, money, fame, wealth, the things of the world. But you know, it said here, I counted those things as a loss.
Yeah.
Another word for loss would be forget. Meaning, you know, you come into the truth, everything else, you like, man, forget that.
Yeah, we don't care about that stuff,
Yeah,
man.
so again, you know, money, wealth, riches, fame, you know, people can forget that. Bro, when they come up short, they sit in other men's affairs, in the matters of people of the world. Well, you got to count that stuff as a loss too. You know, I mean, it's to forget about it. You know, voting, politics, neighborhood, council stuff, even family problems.
Something else that I saw was, family
Cause
problems.
you was just telling me about that.
Yeah.
Hey, family in the uproar, they beefing. Counted as a loss. That don't matter to us no more. Forget that.
I mean, they be lost in the sauce behind this stuff,
Man, they be beefing for months at a time. They want to pull you. They want to get your opinion.
See whose side you think is right
Man,
or
we
wrong.
don't care.
Another thing is that 50 Cent saying that Big Meech is a rat. I'm like, man, who cares, man?
In other men's affairs, we don't care if he a rat, a snitch, he kept it 100. They ain't got nothing to do with us when you turn it back to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And I'm going to read this in the NLT.
Come on.
Once I thought these things were valuable, but now I consider them worthless because of what Yahweh Mashiach has done. So the things that matter, that we consider valuable, anything that had any importance, hey, when you come back into the shoes of Yahweh Mashiach, it don't matter. Voting, politics, family beef, neighborhood issues, churches, protesting, man, none of that stuff matters. Man, I don't know who wrote Philippians. I'm assuming it was Paul, but he said he counted it as a loss. Then we look up that word loss, it says drop it or forget it. And forget it don't mean no that you don't remember. No, we still come across these things every day, but forgetting in a sense of dropping it. Like we voluntarily say, man, forget that, man, I don't even care.
Who cares?
Hey, even stuff that might go on in your household. Hey, some stuff is like, hey, man, I'm gonna drop it. I don't even care.
I got family members who I might watch a football game with, and just out of the blue, it could be like the fourth quarter with 5 minutes left at the game, on the game. I'll get up and just stop on the watch. They ask me like, why you just don't even care about the last minutes of the most crucial parts of the game? That stuff don't mean nothing to me, man. It just don't. It just don't mean nothing to me.
See, that's the spirit, because they worried about you missing the most crucial part of the game,
right.
But they don't know they missing the most crucial part of the game right now in real life concerning prophecy. You know, you watching that, but you missing out on this.
Right, because when all hell break loose, ain't nobody gonna be remembering who won the Super Bowl in 2024, 2025.
Yeah, now hell break loose, the things, see, we ahead of the curve already. Hey, thank you, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. The rest of you people gonna catch up to us though, and considering what's really important. Like I be saying this, you know what I'm saying? The Lord about to simplify life. A lot of this stuff ain't gonna matter. The Lord gonna make it simple. The only thing people gonna desire is to survive, to live. Then yeah, you know, the things at work, I got a homie, he cool, but bro always wanna call and talk to me outside of work or after work about work.
Right.
Like bro, I'm gonna deal with it while I'm there. Other than that, people be chopping it up, talking after work. I'm like, hey, y'all wanna talk? Y'all can call me while I'm driving. I want to get the hell from up here. Or if you want to talk about work, you can text me, bro. I don't want to talk on the phone. But yeah, we pulled back from a lot of stuff coming into this truth. We counted all that as a loss. None of that stuff important. So we're going to get on to the main point. That was the next verse.
Philippians 3:8.
Yeah.
All right. The book of Philippians chapter 3 and verse 8, picking back up. Yea, doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Yahweh Mashiach, my Lord.
So we count all things as a loss for this truth.
Yep.
Kind of as a loss, meaning we dropped it all. Like, forget it.
Right.
Not that we forgot, but we willingly said, hey, to hell with that stuff.
We know what's important.
Yep.
for whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win Yahweh Shai Mashiach.
And see, Christians might get this confused and say, have suffered the loss of all things.
Yeah.
No. We count all these things as a loss, meaning forget it.
Right.
But there's no suffering in that.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a burden lifted off of us.
Yeah.
We got a certain sense of peace and rest that other people ain't got because we said forget everything.
Yeah.
Like politics, protesting, voting, family beef, friendships.
The affairs of this life. Period. Just period.
Yeah. And then for the sake of the lesson, we mainly talk about, being in other man's matters. Talk, being in everybody else's business, talking about what they talking about if they not talking about the truth.
Right.
And then, again, it says, for whom I suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung. So count them but dung. We're going to look up this word dung in the Greek. When you count something as dung, what is it? So of course it says down here, things worthless and detestable. But it also says as the excrement of animals. Let's look up this word excrement. It says waste matter discharged from the bowels. It says feces. Hey, so I think what Paul is writing to the Philippians when it says count them as dung, what's another word for dung? For shit. And it's the same in the world. Like, man, that's bullshit. We ain't worried about that.
BS.
Well, that's what it's saying right here. Can you read that again, that whole precept?
Philippians chapter 3 and verse 8. Yea, doubtless. And I counted all things but lost for the excellency of the knowledge of Yahweh Shai Mashiach my Lord, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win Yahweh Shai.
He said, I forgot all things. I dropped the things of the world, money, wealth, riches, women, whatever, other man's matters. He said, I dropped that and counted as dung.
Right.
Dung is literally cow shit. That's why people may say, man, that's bullshit. Because what's the bull? It's just a male cow.
Yeah.
So Paul is saying right here, hey, I dropped all of that stuff. It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
So, voting, Christianity, how Sakari was protesting, that's all bullshit.
Jesus Christ,
your family, your family beefing with one another, with the neighborhood talking about rap beef, with the culture talking about, that's all dung. In other words, bullshit. Yeah, so and again, rap beef, that's you in other man's matters. You in the politics and voting, you in other man's matters.
Drake and Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, that's still going on. The
Right.
Super Bowl sparked it back up.
Yeah,
I'm like, God damn, bro.
Yeah, that's straight BS.
Yeah,
Man.
what your family talking about, what somebody that did on a drunk night, or something they done said to another relative, that's other man's matters, is bullshit. Yeah, if it ain't this, it's bullshit. And people gonna find out that it's bullshit. You gonna find out. So let's go back to that First Peter.
I got it.
All right, bet.
All right, this is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 4 and verse 14. If ye be reproached for the name of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and of Yahweh thy power rested upon you. On their part, he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified.
Yeah. So
15. But let none of you suffer as a murderer, or as a thief, or as a evildoer, or as a busybody in other men's matters.
Yup, in other man's matters and other man's affairs. Hey, suffering is behind that. Behind what we do, hey, we in the affairs of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah. Lord willing, it's a crown of life laid up for us at the end of that. And Paul said that too. A crown laid up for him, but not only him, but all those that love his appearing. How is he appearing first? By this word. But see, what you other people, what you Americans and the 2/3 of our people get involved in, a lot of Israel, they good at putting off the actual acts of being evildoers, but they sit in other men's affairs. You should not be in this truth talking about Kendrick Lamar and Drake. You should not be in this truth protesting. What the hell was they protesting? I think the ICE raising and deportations, they ain't got nothing to do with us.
Wondering if Trump is going to do a better job than Kamala Harris.
Yeah, we should not be participating in that conversation.
Right, man. Like, who cares, man?
Yeah.
Like, that's why sometimes you got to back off social media and stuff like that, man, because, like, there's so much folly on there, man. So much folly. Now the new beef is Soulja Boy and one of the Wayans brothers.
Oh, I saw that, bro.
Like, I don't even care, man. Like, I don't want to see it. We the only people that got a constant beef with our own people, man.
Yeah.
You don't see Bill Gates and Elon Musk going at each other's throat.
Man, that's all the CIA and you know, because when have you ever seen two country singers beef?
Right.
Country singer beef. Whenever you seen different rock and roll bands beef with one another.
Gospel singers or something like
Yeah,
that.
it's that rap beef.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
it's only rap beef. It ain't no
rock and roll.
Yeah, rock
thing.
and roll beef, country beef, jazz beef.
Right. Different flower shops beefing with other flower shops.
Yeah.
Gas stations on the same. You got 3 or 4 gas stations on the same block. You don't never hear no rap song about it.
Right.
They beefing with Exxon and shit.
Yeah, because our people, bro, they professionals at being in other men's affairs.
They gotta keep us in that folly, man.
Yeah, and then with Sakari, bro, you probably saw the clip there protesting the ICE race and deportation with the tribe of Issachar.
Yeah, I seen that.
They up there doing all this, jumping up and down.
They
Like
actually in the parade. walking.
yeah, like they in a rap video, doing all this. They self-recording themselves on the phone.
Right.
Like it's some like they part of some big celebration or something. Hey bro, what is you doing? This is the beginning of sorrow.
No lie, when I was with one body I was shot, man, we was down at the homeless shelter with all these other organizations passing out socks.
Oh, see,
Scars.
that's a beautiful example of being in other men's affairs. We ain't trying to sell no banana bread. You be seeing a lot of them.
Oh yeah. The people who live in the halfway houses and stuff.
Yeah. Man, we ain't got nothing to do with none of that. But let me see. Okay, so let me get this real quick.
Okay.
So back to the Strong's definition. So we gonna get that as a busybody in other men's matters. We had got it earlier, pretty much literally being in other people's business, and not just even on a personal level, but on a bigger level, like protesting, voting, rap beef, family beef. Punk ass phone playing with me, bro. But we gonna go back to the Blue Letter Bible on something real quick. So as a busybody in other men's matters or in other men's affairs, when you go to the Strong's definition, it says overseeing others' affairs. It says a meddler, a busybody in other men's matters. This is the key point. It says especially in Gentile customs. So a lot of the stuff that our people meddle or get involved in after receiving the knowledge of the truth and being believers, when you meddle in these other affairs, you actually participate in Gentile customs, like voting. That's a custom of the Gentiles. Protesting. That's the thing of the Gentiles.
Right.
We're gonna get into some of that too.
Bro, all that stuff, you know, the water you about Shimmy shot for this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. But when you come up out of the world and start realizing like how many of our people just just lost. They got it's so much stuff that they just pertain to, man. Just voting,
Holidays.
more holidays. They work as they God. You know what I'm saying? Putting up $10,000 for their children's college fair fund and stuff like that.
You know, some camps they be having, like you were saying before, they having food drives, hot dog drives. They think you're supposed to literally give to the poor.
Yeah.
What is you doing?
Yep.
But we gonna show that voting.
They was also recording it to be praised among men.
Oh yeah.
So they saw another camp doing it.
And that's the things that Gentiles seek to be praised among men.
Yeah.
But and we gonna show that voting, you know, for a president as the king, that's really a custom of the Gentiles.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 17 and verse 14. When thou art come unto the land which the Lord thy power giveth thee, and shall possess it.
Hello, bro. Hey, so we gonna carry on. Let me see what's going on the comment board. Hey, Shalom. Hey, to the brother, Yawanatham Bakar. Yahweh Bashim Yahshai Barakatah. Matter of fact, while the brother chop it up with the sister, we gonna get this on the brother Yawanatham Bakar. And this is Matthew 4:18. Yahweh Shai walking by the Sea of Galilee saw two brethren. Simon called Peter, Andrew his brother, casting the net into the sea, for they were fishers. And he said, for to them, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. And they straightway left their nets and followed him. And so that's a great example. You know, these brothers, you know, left behind they work. They left their own personal matters behind. So how much more should you leave behind other men's matters? You know, great examples of, you know, how you'll walk away from the things of the world. Because they walked away from their own personal jobs. They walked away from the jobs that paid them. Being in other man's matters, in the rap beef, in the family beef, voting, protesting, in the politics, food drives, donate to the homeless. Hey, none of that pay you, but our people love to be in it. Like it do pay. So again, that's Simon Peter and Andrew. If they left the job that paid them to follow Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, you know, why is our people still giving themselves over to other men's matters that don't even pay them? And then this is Matthew 16:24, said to Yahweh Shai, then said Yahweh Shai to his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself. Take up his cross and follow me. So you gotta deny yourself. So even your own personal matters, your own personal affairs, your own problems, your own business, you gotta deny that. So how much more should you deny other men's matters, other men's affairs, other people's business. Yeah, a lot of our people that got knowledge of the truth and they believe, hey, they denied themselves on many levels. But they just can't get themselves out of other people's business. They can't, get themselves out of other men's affairs. That's why people still will talk about, politics. They still ask who you voting for. They invested in rat beef, housewives of Atlanta, keeping up with the culture, still going into church. That's some other matter than other man's affairs. Now this from the brother Jonathan Picard, Matthew 19 and 21. Yahushua said it to him, if thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast. And what's the backstory to this? Well, young man told Yahushua, he kept the commandments from his youth up. He said, what must I do to enter into eternal life? He said, if thou wilt be perfect. Man said he kept the commandments, according to Yahushua, that didn't make him perfect. So even if you could keep the commandments 100%, and you're still not perfect by that. So if thou wilt be perfect, go and sell that thou hast and give to the poor. Thou shalt have treasure in heaven, come and follow me. So go and sell all that you have. Meaning what? Suffer it as a loss. Meaning to drop it, to forget about it. It said what? Go and give to the poor. How do we give to the poor? By giving his word. Hey, because we the poor, we the needy, we the afflicted, when you read that in the scriptures. Because this don't mean you give it to poor Edomites under a bridge, begging for change and begging for food. Now the scriptures say, help not the wicked. They begging for money and change and poor because the Lord putting the curses on them. But give to the poor will be given to the poor of Israel. Because what did David say in the book of Psalms? This is Psalms chapter 40 and 17. This is a Psalm of David. But I am poor and needy. Yet the Lord thinketh upon me. Thou art my help and my deliverer. Make no tarrying, oh my God. And we know David would pretty much be the spokesperson for Israel under Yahushua. So David said, I'm the poor and needy. He's not just speaking about himself, speaking about on the behalf of his people. But yeah. So coming back to Yahushua, you're supposed to sell all that we have, meaning give it away. And it don't mean literally give away your stuff, because you see a lot of occult leaders doing that. They go sell everything, thinking about the world about to end, but they didn't give it away mentally, being in the mind of a pilgrim. Now this is also from the brother Jonathan Picard. This is Matthew 7:6. Give not that which is holy unto the dogs, neither cast your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet, turn again and rend you. So yeah, we don't give ourselves into the affairs, into the matters of the world. Our time, our attention, our energy, and we don't invest in that stuff. Also goes for this truth. If they investing into that, well, we gonna let them be. And matter of fact, we gonna get this in the book of Revelation. Revelation 22:11. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still. He which is filthy, let him be filthy still. He that is righteous, let him be righteous still. He that is holy, let him be holy still. So don't cast your pearls before swine. A lot of people use that with Esau, and that also goes for the 2/3 of our people. If they happy being in other men's affairs, if they happy giving themselves over to the things of the world, after being presented with the knowledge of the truth, will let them be. Kind of like the brother that was up here a little bit ago. And this is Ecclesiastes chapter 12. How it go?
Oh, sister, she already know about the Apocrypha.
Oh yeah.
I'll look it up in school. I still got like 20 right now.
Okay.
She was married to a guy who was already trying to teach her.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
Of course, I ain't going to all that about her marriage or nothing, but she know about the Apocrypha, and she just kept on saying that, like, because he was teaching things how the Bible was talking to only a certain group of people. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Lord was continuing to speak to a certain group of people, and African American and stuff like that. She said, I don't go by that, So she got the bases and stuff like that. But I gave her the channel, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when she went on the channel, she was like, oh, y'all going live right now? You know what I'm saying? She tried to apologize, but I was like, ain't no apology needed.
I know that's how it's supposed to happen.
That's how it's supposed to happen.
That's
She said she live around here.
All right.
She'll stop off more often.
Yeah, that's the bet.
So like, we
was in Deuteronomy 17.
Right.
I'm gonna get these last couple precepts from the brother Iwanathan.
Okay. And shalom to the brothers on the comment board. Y'all about to see me out shop, rock a shop.
Yeah, but she must have rocket back. This is Ecclesiastes 12:2. Do good to the godly man, and thou shalt find a recompense. If not from him, yet from the Most High. And the godly, that would be Jacob. 12 tribes of Israel, the sons of God, that would be the godly. How do we do good to them? No, it's not a food drive. No, it's not raising money. No, it's by giving them this word, the word that can save their life. It says, verse 3, there can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, or to him that giveth no alms. Yeah, if you're occupied in evil, occupied in other men's affairs, in other people's matters, no good can come to you. That's why the scriptures say, suffer not as an evildoer, as a murderer, or as a busybody in other men's affairs. The end of that is suffering. And this is verse 4, give to the godly man, help not the sinner. So yeah, and that godly will be Jacob. And you can't do that if you're occupied in other people's matters. And shalom to the brother Kabak Shana. But I'm gonna get this word again in the Blue Letter Bible before you get the precept.
Let me shout out the brothers on the comment board. I was on your page.
Oh, okay.
I saw you had all the brothers on precepts. Shalom to the brother Enos. Shalom to the brother playing up on table 777.
Hey, shalom.
Shalom to the brother Yawanathon Kafar. Shalom. Y'all about to y'all shop. Rockatha to you brothers, man.
So I'm gonna get the precept again that we're going into just to bring the definition of this word back out. It says, but let none of you suffer as an evildoer, as a thief, as a murderer, or as a busybody in other men's affairs. We're not talking about in other men's affairs on a personal level. He say, she say, but we talk about bigger picture, like what the world is doing, what the world is talking about, what the culture is talking about. The trends and the things that the masses of the people view as an important or valuable. So as a busybody in other man's affairs, when we look at the Strong's definition, it said overseeing affairs of meddler, overseeing others' affairs, especially Gentile customs. So when you just participate just in American life, Western life in general, you meddle in other man's affairs. What the world do, what the world celebrate, those are Gentile customs. You in other man's affairs at that point, because Westernization, American life, ain't got nothing to do with us being the Lord's people, being Israelites. So now we're gonna get into voting, how that's actually a Gentile custom. When you vote to set over you a president or a king, it's actually a Gentile custom. Which our people, we gonna get it. They saw the Gentiles doing it and they wanted to do it. But we gonna get into it.
All right, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 17 and verse 14. when thou art come unto the land which the Lord thy power Yahweh giveth thee, and shalt possess it, and shalt dwell therein, and shalt say, I will set a king over me, like as all the nations that are about me.
So setting the king over you is actually a Gentile custom that our people wanted to do when they saw the other nations setting kings to rule over them. Because before there was ever any kings in Israel, well, who ruled over Israel? Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah.
She don't even know. She about to get hit by a car.
Straight up, bro.
Just clueless.
Straight up. Take your damn hood off when you crossing the street.
She still didn't know. Man.
God damn, bro. But Israel will come to the point that they want to set a king over them like the other nations do.
Right.
And how do you set a king over you today? By voting, politics, electing, these strangers to rule over you.
They was begging for Kamala Harris to be their king.
Yup. They was begging for Kamala Harris, but then remember, before it was Latinos for Trump.
Yeah.
It was niggas for Trump. No, they was begging for Trump too.
Obama?
You begging for a stranger to rule over you. But voting in general is a Gentile custom. To set a king or a president over you, Gentile custom. But let's get the next one.
Deuteronomy chapter 17, starting back up at 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy power shall choose.
So the Lord said, He's gonna set a king, or which we'll call the president today, over you. You're supposed to set one that's set up by the Lord.
Right.
That's why you had Joshua, Saul, King David, King Solomon. They were set up by the Lord.
Yep.
But these presidents and people that you people voted for, that's set up by the devil.
Right.
That's set up by Esau, Edom, the so-called white man.
They ain't even got the same connection to the power. You know what I'm saying? They not Israel, they not Yasharallah. Hell, as you can see, they don't even believe.
Yeah,
You know?
And they get Jake because they get sworn in with a Bible.
Yeah.
Okay. Who you think they trying to get? Israel.
Right, and they know what to use.
Why didn't y'all swear in Obama with the Quran?
Right.
I'm sure he believed that more than the Bible, because he a Hamite. You sure he Muslim?
Barack Hussein Obama.
Yeah.
Ham don't give a damn. All right. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother.
So you ain't supposed to be voting for a king, a president, a governor, a mayor, if it's not of your own people.
Right.
And then, even if it's a governor or a mayor that may be an Israelite, well, just voting in the white man system is a Gentile custom altogether, because it got nothing to do with us. We got no part in this kingdom. Hebrews say we don't have a continuing city, but we seek one to come. Meaning we have no desire to continue here, but we're looking for to come. Just the act of you voting, which is a Gentile custom, voting for a Gentile that's set up by the devil, that just shows you invested in this place and you plan to be here.
Martin Luther King.
Oh, yeah.
And he says he was a reverend. He ain't never had no scriptures or nothing.
Oh, yeah.
And he didn't write none of his speeches. A so-called Jewish man wrote those speeches for him.
Crazy. You see that?
That's why they didn't never really air his last speech he did. He'd say that he led his people into a burning building.
Yep. See? And then what happened to him? He got killed. That's why the Lord said, suffer not as an evildoer, as a murderer, or as a busybody in other man's matters. Martin Luther King was in other man's matters. Really what he was trying to do, he was trying to reverse the curses. So you got in the way of the Lord himself. And you got offed. But yeah, let's grab that next one. Then Isaiah.
The next precept is coming from Isaiah chapter 19.
And just real quick, you know, again, people shouldn't be voting. That's a Gentile custom. You in Gentile affairs, other men's matters. That got nothing to do with us. You had niggas for Trump. You had Latinos for Trump. And look what that got you people. Now you suffering. If we gonna get into the scripture.
Right. Book of Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 4. And the Egyptians will I give over unto the hand. Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 4. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over thee, said the Lord of hosts.
And it's Egyptians, not talking about those in the land of Egypt, talking about you spiritual Egyptians, which is the spiritual Egypt, which is America. That the spiritual Egyptians, you Americans, the Lord will give you over to the hand of a cruel Lord. That cruel Lord is showing itself to be what's really been Esau Edom the whole time, but as of lately, showing itself to be Donald Trump and Elon Musk. They're the cruel Lord that the Lord had given you people over to. And the reason Donald Trump and Elon Musk is in the Oval Office is because all you Israelites that voted for him. Yep. And no matter who y'all voted for, it's all bad news for Israel.
Right. It's not for your good.
Nope. But it says the fierce king shall rule over them. And why is he a cruel Lord? Well, look at all of the women that's been crying, complaining, talking about they can't make it. Their food stamps got cut off. They only got $20 more to feed their 5 children. Look at all the people that's getting laid off, all these federal workers. Hundreds and thousands from all kind of different departments.
Come up, you good? How you doing?
All right, how you doing? Oh, that's what I was curious. Okay, so pretty much going to the Bible prophecy. You heard of like Hebrew Israelites? So pretty much teaching our people that the so-called African Americans, Latin Americans, and Native American people, they the true people of the book, and they got to turn back to the Most High in these last days. So because when the Lord brings judgment on this place, what they did to His people, He's gonna bring judgment on them. And then and that's pretty much the most of it. So, you familiar with the story of like ancient Egypt?
Yeah, Prince of Egypt, Moses.
Yeah.
Okay, so in Revelation chapter 11, it speaks about a place they call spiritual Egypt in the last days. That spiritual Egypt will be America. That's why the pyramid on the back of the dollar. Right.
Yeah.
So, and then you know what the Lord did to Egypt?
Yes, sir.
The plagues of Egypt. What is the plagues of Egypt is happening right now in America. Not literal frogs on the land or water turning into blood, but the plagues, what it really did was destroyed the economy, the infrastructure, food and water supply. And how's it happening today? All the different wildfires, like what happened out there in California, like what happened out there in Hawaii, the hurricane happened a few months ago in North Carolina. I don't know if
the levees just broke in Tennessee.
You said what?
The levees just broke in Tennessee the
other
day.
See? I think Kentucky flooded out right now.
I think it might be Kentucky, my bad.
Okay, Kentucky then. I don't know if you got any of the news apps, but it's a food recall every other day.
Planes crashing.
Then the plagues of Egypt coming all back.
Earthquakes, diverse places, wars, rumors of wars.
So pretty much how the Lord took His people out of captivity in Egypt, He destroyed them. The same case is gonna be with America.
This time, instead of the Red Sea, we'll be crossing this Blue Sea. This time we'll be crossing this Blue Sea.
When you say crossing the Blue Sea, what you mean?
No, we
talking about for the second Exodus.
I would say that.
So it is gonna be a second Exodus, but how will we cross? By boat? I got a trick question for you.
I'm from Kenya, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do believe eventually we're gonna have that Exodus.
There is a second Exodus. There we go. Okay. So check this out, bro. So can you jump to Jeremiah 16 and 14? So there is gonna be a second Exodus, but the second Exodus not gonna just be out of America, it's gonna be worldwide. So reason why it's gonna be a second Exodus, first mainly here in America, because America gonna be destroyed by nuclear missiles. The lake of fire, like what the Christian church tell you, is a place called hell underground. No, the lake of fire is America as a result of the nuclear missiles wiping this place out. Now, so when you read in the scriptures, it refers to Esau, Edom, the white man. They're called Edomites in the Bible. Familiar with that?
Not the Edomites part, no.
Okay, so they're referred to as the Edomites. And the thing is, when you read Genesis 27, it tells you that Esau, who was the father of the Edomites, his blessing is the soul. That's why they put so much money and invested into their military. Not literal sword, but just their weaponry in general. So if we were supposed to cross the Atlantic Ocean, millions of so-called blacks and Mexicans and Native Americans, what you think they're gonna do to them ships? They gonna nuke them.
Blow them out the
They're gonna
water.
blow them up. But check this out. We're gonna show you the Exodus gonna be worldwide, the second Exodus, and then we're gonna show you how that second Exodus gonna happen. It's gonna be by ships, but not
Ships?
There you go. There you go. Let's grab that real
All right,
quick.
this is the book of Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, said the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
So we're not gonna talk about the first Exodus.
We're not
no
going to
more.
talk about the first
That's
Exodus
the
no
second
more.
one.
It's the second. 15. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
What's the land of the north? North America.
The Bible, everything that's happening, it's in the Bible.
But let's read that again from the top. Let's get the next part.
All right?
So the Lord says it's gonna be an Exodus out of America, but He gonna open it up. That's gonna be a worldwide Exodus.
Read 16 or 15?
Yeah, let's get that 15 again.
All right. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands whither he had driven them, and I will bring them again unto their land that I gave unto their fathers.
So we don't have to leave on our own. The Lord gonna gather us mainly out of America, but worldwide. But He said that He's gonna bring us into our land that He gave to our fathers. So it's nothing we gotta do. We ain't gotta go back to Africa. We ain't gotta go back to Israel. No boats, because again, if we all just so happen like we all gonna get on ships, which we just can't do, passports, all kind of politics with that. They would nuke us. Also too, when the nuclear missiles start coming, the only way to escape that is to go up. You gotta be above it. Because not just America gonna be hit, hey, parts of Africa can be hit. We know definitely what they call the Middle East, the land of Israel. A lot of parts gonna get hit by nuclear missiles.
Right.
So let's say we cross the Atlantic Ocean to go somewhere where we think safe, but the missiles come down there too. So that's why it's gonna be a worldwide exodus. Can you get Revelation? Can you get Revelation 1 and 7?
I'm gonna get it out the Bible.
Okay, get it out my book.
It's clear that that's one of my favorite books in the Bible.
Revelation.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of us, when we was young, before we even understand it, we just went to Revelation for some reason.
Yeah, that's what I used to read. I was like 10 years old.
Yeah.
Just reading Revelation. Not understanding, but just reading it. Kind of scared as hell too. You know, like because of some of the stuff I was reading. You said 1 and
1 and 7. So now, you know, it's gonna be a worldwide exodus. So now we gonna get into the ships.
all right.
Because salvation always come by a ship. See, the salvation by literal ships going across the water, that already happened in the time of Noah.
Yeah.
So everything's gonna be upgraded.
All right, this is the book of Revelations chapter 1 and verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen.
Okay, hold that. You see, the beginning of it, behold, he cometh with clouds. So that don't mean he not literal coming with clouds. It means that he's with my tongue. He's coming from above. Okay, so keep that in mind. He coming with clouds, not literal cloud though. We gonna come here. That word cloud is a cold word. We're gonna come here to the book of Psalms, chapter 104, verse 3. Who laid the beams of his chamber in the waters, who make up the clouds his chariot. See that? He make up the clouds his chariot. Cloud is a code word for chariot.
You remember that slave song? Swing low, swing chariot.
What you think that's talking about?
That's talking about the chariot.
Swing low, sweet
Swing
chariot.
low.
Meaning it's coming from above, so swing low.
Yeah.
Pretty much get me out of this slave.
So when that happening, the chariots gonna swing in and come get the Lord's people. Came on slave ships, we gonna leave here on spaceships.
Yup. So check, you got that. So when it said he coming with clouds, take that word cloud, replace it with chariot. So he's coming with chariots. All right, so I got this right here. I like to show people this. That word chariot, because they usually think about a horse and carriage. They think a chariot is a literal ancient vehicle.
Pharaoh.
But chariot, when we look at the breakdown of the word, Middle French from Middle English from Middle French from Old French, from charrier to transport, from char, vehicle. So a chariot is literally just a vehicle, a transportation.
Right.
So a car, an airplane, a boat, a plane, or a UFO.
And haven't you been hearing the government talk about UFOs are real now?
Too.
That's why.
Yeah, but before they tried to make it seem like it was green men and monsters and stuff like that.
It's
They're my
people out there
brothers.
that look like us.
It's people that look just like us.
You get Psalm 68:17. And then while he get that, I'm gonna get this in the book of Luke. This is 21:28. Why the government talking about they calling everything a drone now? Remember you had the drone situation, or there's drones, you don't know where they're from. This is Luke 21:28. And when these things begin to come to pass, what the signs that we see? Wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes. It says, look up. So the Lord is telling us, when we see these things happen, then look up. For your redemption draweth nigh. Another word for redemption, so salvation. So we will see our salvation before the day of salvation. So you see the salvation, which will be by the UFOs. It's kind of like if your bus coming down the street, you see your ride before it actually pick you up. Yeah, so we already see our ride that's gonna get us out of here with that day coming.
One day we was out here right before we started out in the lab. One came right behind us. No, you're good. And it's all kinds of videos of brothers teaching about chariots flying right behind us. Flying and doing things that an airplane can't do.
The Lord said, look up. Hey, sometimes they may move. Sometimes you may see this little piece of a rainbow in the sky. Like it got its own kind of light. Because they can move, they can be stationary. They can be in the shape of a cloud. It's UFO clouds out there like a cloud. Obviously tell it's in the shape of a saucer, but it looks like a cloud. All kind of stuff. Let's grab that one.
This is Psalms chapter 68, verse 17. The chariots of Yahweh thy power, God, are 20,000.
Real quick, see that? It said the chariots of the Lord are 20,000. Used to watch cribs.
Show me.
Yeah. You go to the garage, where the Lord said my vehicles are 20,000. So that's why you see different UFOs all over the world, different shapes, sizes, colors, things, all shapes and sizes.
Even thousands of angels.
So it's thousands of angels flying the thousands of different UFOs, which are the chariots of the Lord.
The Lord is among them.
And then back to Revelation 1:7, when it said every eye shall see him. So how is everybody in the world gonna see the Lord at his return? You seen that movie Independence Day?
Yeah.
it was bigger than the city. So when the Lord come back, that was the mothership, the fathership. And it's gonna be bigger than the earth. That's how everybody gonna say it's gonna be bigger than the earth.
That makes wow. That's wild. I gotta do more reading now.
We give you the YouTube channels before you go.
Yes, let's do that one. I don't have my phone on me, but so maybe I could write something.
Yep.
Yeah, go grab your phone. We'll get to it. Yeah, that brother, sister that came.
Oh, the sister that was. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, and that sister.
Uh-huh. Hey, it was meant to be today.
Meant to be today. Now we were gonna be out here doing that the full lesson like
Oh, yeah.
in that form.
Yeah.
They won't stop when it's hot, but they'll stop when it's cold. Ain't that
Oh, crazy. Yeah,
You
yeah.
good, you good. I'll get to you. What type of it? Go to your YouTube channel. All you gotta do is just watch the videos and get edified.
So by the brother, so it's like some reading. I guess you should definitely read Exodus. A lot of if there was a book of Enoch, the book that we got now is all messed up. They tell you they pretty much talk about this the foundation. Just start with this. So
There's a certain preference in terms of like translation. 'Cause, you know, I was born as James. You know, James was responsible for the translation of the Bible. So like, I'm curious in terms of which translation.
so King James is the best. You got an iPhone?
Android.
We gonna show you the Blue Letter app. So go to your app store, type in Blue Letter Bible, it look like that. Then you can put two different translations on the screen. So we got the KJV to the right, to the left. To the right, we got the NLT. The NLT is real great. So the NLT is great for using more modern terminology. So I'll read the King James. But when you read it that way, you got the NLT right next to you, so it's something that's kind of hard to understand.
Break it
Go
down.
back to the NLT. But definitely read the book of Exodus, especially the first few chapters. In the book of Exodus, you're gonna find how they put the Egyptians like hardcore manual labor, how they did our people. You have the pyramids, and then in there, how Pharaoh gave the order to kill the Hebrew male children, and that's the first form of Planned Parenthood. When you think about it, it's just Esau who was the sword. He perfected what Pharaoh was doing, because now the baby ain't got to be born for him to kill it. He can kill it while it's in the womb. So that's Planned Parenthood back then. Also, too, Deuteronomy chapter 28, the Lord speaking to his people. In verses 1 through 14, he told his people, "You obey me, I'm gonna put these blessings on you." Verses 15 through 68, he said, if you disobey me, put these curses on you. So what's being oppressed and discriminated against as a people, all the suffering, that's the curses from us disobeying the Lord.
Did you know us coming over here on slave ships and being slave was in the Bible? Yeah, it's in the Bible.
That's right.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. The Lord shall bring thee into Egypt. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. The Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, meaning like exactly how I said it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen just like this. Thou shalt see it no more again. People who came over here in captivity as slaves, we ain't never went back there. We ain't never been back to our homeland. And there shall be
Buy
Ain't
your
nobody
freedom.
gonna buy your freedom, safety, or buy it.
But we're gonna take it a little deeper for you. You still there? So, keep pointing, please, sir. Okay. It said the Lord shall bring you into Egypt again. That's not literal ancient Egypt. You can Exodus 22. Yep. And we're gonna show because the not Egypt in English, but Egypt actually had a meaning. So this is the meaning of Egypt.
And it says, "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships."
No.
With ships.
And we know meaning to matter of fact, let's grab that real quick.
So look, the word Egypt, what the word Egypt means. Exodus chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So Egypt means bondage, slavery, captivity. So when it says, I will take you to Egypt again with ships, what he's saying, I'm going to take you back into captivity or to slavery with ships. Now, what group of people went on captivity or slavery by ship? Meaning they had to cross a large body of water. Because if the Lord's going to take them to ancient Egypt, he could have walked them back like they walked out.
They didn't need a ship to go back.
Meaning that, yeah, you're going to have to cross the sea for this next captivity. And that's why they're paving on the back of the dollar, because this is that Egypt or that place of captivity.
It's deep, man. It's deep, man.
I gotta get him out of here. I would, but I might have these plays of Egypt in here right now.
Hey, you got a camera on your phone?
Yes, sir.
Take a picture of this real quick.
Yeah, if you got any questions, just leave it on the comment board. We'll see.
Yeah,
So these are 12 tribes, not this, but these are 12 tribes. Saturday around 2. But hey, anytime you see us on the comment board, go to the videos, hit us with questions, comments.
All right, bro. Nice meeting you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what he's talking about. That yeah. Let's we'll finish up this last section that we got. We probably say the other part for next time or something. We where we at? Actually, no, I was there still. If you get Isaiah 19:4 again.
Okay. All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 19 and verse 4. And the Egyptians will I give over unto the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them.
Hey, see that? Hey, Israel meddled in other men's affairs and Gentile customs, such as voting. You had niggas for Trump. You had Latinos for Trump. Look what that got you. Again, all you women complaining about having your food stamps taken. You ain't got no food, no money for the children. All of the federal workers getting fired. Department of Justice, Department of Education, the CDC, the IRS. And they say like a lot of the people that federal contractors work for the government, a lot of them losing it too. But then the Latinos for Trump, because you meddle in other men's affairs, Gentile customs such as voting, now y'all getting deported. You see where that got you? See what happened when the Lord said don't suffer, as a murderer, as an evildoer, or as a busybody, better than other men's affairs, is suffering at the end of that. Now y'all getting deported, y'all not going to work, y'all hiding. But guess what? Our people, they gonna have to deal with it too.
Yep.
They got to deal with the consequence of their decision. But yeah, that's that cruel Lord. And I'm gonna get this word cruel in the Blue Letter Bible real quick. Because a lot of that stuff that stuck out, it describes Trump. So this word cruel, it says hard, severe, intense. It says stubborn. And we know Trump is a stubborn man. Bro really said they gonna put a flag on Mars.
Yeah.
They done already renamed the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. That's stubborn. You done put 25% taxes on your closest neighbor, Canada and Mexico. That's stubborn as hell. But another word, it says churlish. Don't know if I'm saying it right, but the definition of churlish, it says rude and mean-spirited. And we know Trump is a rude and mean-spirited kind of guy. Definitely rude on camera, but a lot of things that we hear off camera. Like how racist he is. Stubborn, stiff-necked, hard-hearted. Willfully causing pain or suffering to others, feeling no concern about it. So he's willfully talking about throwing people in FEMA death camps. Deporting people who ain't even bothering nobody over here.
Who ain't got, who don't pose no threat.
Yeah. Talk about taking birthright citizenship. That's their cruel Lord. And guess what? You Israelites voted for him.
All right, next precept is coming from the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 20. The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke, and all thou settest thine hand unto for to do, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me.
See? So the curses sprung up on Israel that voted for Trump. Now, it's gonna hit all of this. We all gonna give them the curses. The curses activated on y'all. The Lord told y'all, don't meddle in other men's affairs, being busybodies. When you look at it in the Greek, it said Gentile customs, shouldn't have been voting.
Right.
You voted and the curses reactivated on you, which they've been active with the curses turned up on you. Because now all y'all getting deported. And they ain't just snatching up Mexicans and Venezuelans, so-called blacks and Jamaicans getting detained.
Yeah,
Native Americans getting snatched
one
up.
article says that start carrying your ID.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Just in case.
Yep. Native Americans getting snatched up. Because see, the Lord said don't suffer as a murderer, as an evildoer. Why? Because the curses will turn up on you. They already on us, but they will turn up more. When you be a busybody in other men's affairs, curses gonna turn up even more. Y'all went and voted, and the curses turned up on you.
Oh,
It backfired on you.
yeah.
It backfired on you.
Mexicans for Trump. He took care. He took care of them the very next day.
Oh yeah, day one.
Day one.
He doesn't get 29. That'd be the last one.
All right.
Because you forgetting, you thinking that voting is gonna benefit you, being involved in politics, you know, none of that stuff is gonna benefit you. If anything, it's gonna backfire on you. The curse is gonna turn up on you.
This app right here I'm using, it pulling up ads and stuff, man.
Man, I hate Esau and them damn ads, man.
I'm not gonna use this one.
Yeah, I had one like that. I'm like, man, what is they doing?
Videos, gotta skip the video. And no ads gonna pop up on this one.
Yeah. Like the niggas for Trump and the Latinos for Trump. What y'all thought was gonna happen? Life was gonna get better somehow?
Right. Oh, you thought he was on your side?
Yeah. I mean, I guess y'all maybe got a little more sense. Hey, then Jake, who obsessed with rap beef, which obviously ain't gonna benefit you.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 29. And thou shalt grope at noonday, as the blind gropeth in darkness. And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways. And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore. And no man shall save thee.
Hey, see, you gonna prosper in none of your ways. So what is voting, which is a Gentile custom, gonna do? What is you keeping up with the culture or American life? What is that gonna do? You know, hood beef, family beef. Anything you do, curse is gonna spring up on you. It's gonna backfire.
Whatever you touch.
Yup. And that's another one, protesting. What is that possibly gonna do for Israel? It's all gonna backfire. Bro, so you gonna prosper in none of thy ways. Only way you're gonna prosper is in the ways of the Lord. But yeah, you know, our people, they can put off acts of being evil. They just can't put off not meddling in other people's affairs. Not personal, he say, she say, people business, that too, but more so bigger picture, you know, what the world is doing, what the culture is doing. They still can't put that stuff away. But yeah, man, that was wrap up the lesson kind of early. We'll probably pick up on the same subject matter this coming weekend. I guess when we close out, I'm gonna check the comment boards. Hey, Shalom. Hey, to the brother you on the Bakar, brother Kabbalah Shana. Hey, and Shalom to everybody that tune in.
Shalom to the brother Sagala. Shalom. Yahba Shemi Awashab Rakatah.
Yahba Shema Shab Rakatah, everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, so, hey, that's it for today's lesson. We're gonna face the east. The Let's give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, B'Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, taught us this truth by the Holy Spirit. Honors to the brothers, making their bodies a living sacrifice to do the work of the Lord. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Till next time, Shalom.
Shalom. Just hit that Inks on YouTube.
Yeah.